Hello, I'm Andrew Pritchard. Thank you for watching today's Northeast Regional Forecast brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, if we look at just the next 5 days in terms of temperature anomalies, just to get your snapshot view here, we're looking at warmer temperature risks across much of the southeast, and that does include southern portions of the Northeast region, talking about mostly Pennsylvania, southern New York, and south from there, with cooler temperature risks possible across Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. We look at precipitation over the next week in terms of an anomaly. We're watching wetter risks stretching through much of the Northeast as well, excluding perhaps northern Maine, but much of the Northeast region seeing higher than normal forecast precipitation over the next week. How do we do that? Well, we'll check in with the jet stream. We've got a situation that looks like this, where we've got a trough over the western U.S. to start the week, with a ridge that's going to continue to sustain itself through the end of the week. That allows us to build warmth underneath that ridge, feeding into the Northeast region. It also allows storm systems to continue to develop across the central United States and swing into our region, and that's what keeps this entire region very active and stormy as we head through the rest of the week. Taking a look at the European model's precipitation type forecast, just to give you a snapshot view, that'll show you this system, or this setup, I should say, with these storm systems developing over the central U.S. and then lifting along that boundary and tracking through the Northeast region. If we look at just the next 2.5 days, looking at the high resolution NAM model here, we can see we were dealing with some light precipitation to start the day on Tuesday across parts of New Hampshire and Vermont, maybe parts of southern Maine. This gets out of the area here pretty quickly by midday Tuesday. Then we shift our attention off to the east again as we watch the next storm system push in, or from the west, I should say, pushing in from the Midwest. And this is all the way inward to midnight now on Tuesday, or the wee hours of the morning on Wednesday. Starting to see some showers, maybe some embedded thunderstorms moving into parts of New York State. Spotty showers making it all the way over towards the East Coast. Oops, I went ahead and jumped ahead there too quickly. If we go ahead and play this out, again, we can just watch that system begin to move into the area as we get into the day on Wednesday, bringing a front through the area. That allows showers and storms to develop along it Wednesday afternoon. So rain showers across the north, maybe some chances for some thunderstorms across parts of New York and Pennsylvania as we head into the afternoon on Wednesday. Total precipitation from the European model, once again, getting us through Friday. So for the remainder of the week, heaviest precipitation going to be off towards the north. With this next storm system, we're talking about anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half across parts of New York, parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Spotty amounts off to the south, where we're talking more like anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/2 of an inch, maybe isolated amounts seeing 1 inch, but we're talking about thunderstorms down in this area across Pennsylvania, southern New York. So precipitation amounts going to be a little bit more spotty and a little less evenly distributed across this region. Total snow, almost snow-free across the Northeast region, although we do see enough cold air with this next system to maybe see, an inch or two across parts of Maine and northern regions of New Hampshire and Vermont. Maybe a light coating across northern New York, but mostly going to be dealing with liquid precipitation with this next system. Temperature anomalies, we'll just go ahead and loop this out, and you'll see the pattern where you can almost draw a line here where we've got warmer temperature risks almost sustained across Pennsylvania, New York State, with cooler temperature risks sustained across the north here, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. If we looked at that in terms of actual high temperatures for the next week, Tuesday high temps, there we see it. Warmer air able to come into the south here. We're getting 60s and 70s for high temperatures across Pennsylvania and New Jersey. If you go off towards the north, we're talking about 40s and 50s. As we jump ahead to Wednesday and then Thursday, seeing the same thing, 70s and 80s across the south, 40s and 50s across the north. And then our high temperatures on Friday, or this would be Thursday, looking at the same thing, seeing temperatures again, 60s and 70s across the south, cooler temperature risks off towards the north, where we're talking about 40s and 50s. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Thursday morning ag forecast video, and I'll have your next Northeast regional update for you right here midday on Friday. Have a great day.